Are you constantly running out of storage in your house? You just can never find anything you need? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make an Applied Energistics computer. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do in your game is go ahead and go mining around until you get some charged Certus quartz and 4 iron ingots, so you can make this meteorite compass. Now with the meteorite compass, it will locate a meteor. Now, of course, I have a small representation of what a meteor looks like. They're usually a lot bigger, but you will probably need a diamond pickaxe to get through it, and it's going to be directly in the very center. There's going to be a chest. You can open it without breaking the block. Now, in this chest, you're going to have some loot, like some skystone, maybe some fluids crystals, and some quartz. But what you are looking for is, in fact, a inscriber engineering press, an inscriber calculation press, an inscriber logic press, and an inscriber silicone press. Once you have all 4, then you can start work on getting a computer. Now, one of the materials that you're going to need is nether quartz. You're going to need actually a lot of nether quartz to get anything done in this. Alright. And you're also going to need a lot of iron, gold, and a fair amount of diamonds, probably like 32. You're also going to need like 1 water bucket or just any source of water. Once you have all of these materials, charged Certus quartz, you can also power up Certus quartz later in the game, and I will show you how to do that later. But once you get a lot of these resources, we can now get started into crafting all of the ingredients. Once you have all the resources that you need, we're going to first off start by getting an ME controller and an ME drive and a 1K storage cell. So the recipes for that is proceeding by ME controller. You're going to need 4 skystone blocks, which you're going to make by getting skystone from meteorites, cooking it in a furnace. That's how you get skystone blocks. Next thing you're going to need is pure Fluix crystals. The way that you do this is you drop a Fluix seed made from Fluix dust and sand into a puddle of water. Now, it's as simple as just putting sand and a Fluix dust in your crafting menu. But to get Fluix dust, you're going to need first a grindstone. And this is the recipe for the grindstone. And you're also going to need a crank for the grindstone. So you're going to crank the grindstone, and I'll show you right now what it takes. So you're just going to get this, and then you're also going to want to get some Fluix crystals. Now, to get Fluix crystals, you're going to need to also add in water, charged Certus quartz, nether quartz, and redstone dust into a puddle of water. And you wait a little while, and you will get Fluix crystals. And that's how you get the Fluix crystal. You're going to then put the Fluix crystal into here, hold right click until it grinds down. And just like that, you've got Fluix dust. Now you can get to work on making the seed, which you add sand with Fluix dust, and then you get a seed. But the seed in water takes about 8 hours. You usually want to do it right when you're getting off because it takes a long time, but luckily the seeds do not despawn, so they will be there when you get back. Just make sure they're in a safe location where like no creepers can blow it up or anything. And after you've got the Fluix crystal, you're going to need an engineering processor. Now this is where you need the presses. So you're going to need to get an inscriber. To get an inscriber, you need a Fluix crystal, doesn't have to be pure. And then you need iron ingots and a sticky piston. Sticky piston, you should probably already know how to make that. And so we're going to go ahead and get that inscriber. And we're also going to need some power for that. So I'm going to go ahead and get a creative power cell, but for you guys would probably have to hook it up. Now this can only be hooked up from the behind. So we're going to go ahead and hook it up just like that. So we should be receiving power in this now. Let me double check that it is sending power. There you go, output. Alright, so now we've got an inscriber. So with the inscriber, we're going to need to get the engineering processor. Now to get the engineering processor, we need a silicone, a redstone, and an engineering circuit. So to get the engineering circuit, you need a diamond and an engineering press. All right, and from that you're going to also need the printed silicone, which you're going to make out of a silicone and an inscriber silicone press. With the silicone, you need to get quartz dust, and you smelt quartz dust in a furnace to get silicone. And you get quartz dust the same exact way by putting quartz in the grindstone, and you get quartz dust. Just like that, you've got a way to make silicone. And once you have both, you can then make your engineering processor. And once you have your engineering processor, you can then make your ME controller. The next thing you're going to need is the ME drive. With the ME drive, you're going to need 2 more of these engineering processors, 4 iron ingots, and 2 ME cables. 2 ME cables takes 2 fluix crystals and a quartz fiber. Quartz fiber takes more quartz dust. Doesn't have to be quartz dust though, it can be Certus quartz, but I prefer to use quartz dust because it's easier to get nether quartz than Certus quartz. And you're going to use it with some glass, and that's how you're going to get the fiber. And with the fiber you make cables, and then you've got a disk drive. So I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 in. And then the next thing you're going to need for your computer is an energy acceptor. This allows you to put energy in your computer from any source. So it's as simple as this. You need 4 ingots, a pure fluix crystal or a regular fluix crystal, and 4 quartz glass. You get that with quartz dust and glass. And once you have all that, then you can get the energy acceptor. And with the energy acceptor, you can now put it there, right next to your controller, and then your drive. Now you've got all of that done, we're going to go ahead and get to work on the 1K drive. So to get the 1K drive, it's a bit of a repetitive process for upgrading it, but the 1K is actually pretty simple to make. What you're going to need is a 1K storage component, 2 of that quartz glass, and 3 iron ingots, and 3 redstone dust. You're going to need, for the 1K storage component, you're going to need 4 Certus quartz, 4 redstone, and a logic processor. To get a logic processor, you're going to need more printed silicone and a printed logic circuit. Printed logic circuits are made from gold and logic presses. And once you have all of that, then you can get your 1K drives. Just like that, you've got a 1K drive in there. Now, the crystal growth accelerator, I will show off just now. Basically, you know how your seeds are taking 8 hours? Well, once you get some fluix, like just fluix crystals, you can get some fluix, you can get some quartz glass, some cables, and some iron. You can get up to 4 of these for one area. You're gonna put them, like, say here, 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 and here, and you can put water in the center there. And then you need to power it up. Now, the thing about powering it though is that it does take cables. So what you have to do is you have to get a cable, you hook it up to the energy crystal growth accelerator, just like that, and then it will start powering it. That's the only way to power it. It does not accept power from here like the inscriber does. It actually only takes power from an acceptor. But then you just stir around water with that, and then you've got faster generation for your... Oh, I accidentally broke the power acceptor. Oops. But yeah, now you can grow your fluix, pure fluix, and pure quartz and whatnot a lot faster. It happens, like, if you have all 4 of them, it happens in like a minute. Alright, and now we're going to go on to the next part. So you're going to need to have some of those cables, and you're going to want to get 1 screen. It should be around here. And then you're going to want to get 1 screen. So this is the ME crafting terminal. You're going to want to get that. So the ME crafting terminal allows you to craft things inside your computer as well as view them. So it will take a calculation processor, an ME terminal, and a crafting bench. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to get a calculation processor. It takes printed silicone and printed calculation circuits. To get those, you need pure Certus quartz with a calculation press. To get pure Certus quartz, you need a Certus quartz seed made from Certus quartz dust and sand in a puddle of water. And just like that, you got your calculation processor. Then you're going to need an ME terminal, which is going to take a logic processor and an illuminated panel of any kind. Now this takes 2 redstone, glass, redstone, and an iron ingot. Then you're going to need formation core and annihilation core. That's going to take a nether quartz, a fluix dust, and a logic processor. You're also going to need the formation core, which is going to take pretty much the same thing, but it's going to take fluix dust instead. Now you're going to want to go ahead and make the crafting terminal with all of the items you got. So now we have everything, and let's go ahead and get that placed down. So now go ahead and place that cord, go ahead and place this, and now we have access to all of our things. And so now we can store items, and if you look in here, it says 25 out of 1024 bytes used. And so you can see how that will fill up quite quickly, which is where the bigger drives come in handy. So each drive is harder to make because one 64K drive takes 3 16K drives, and one 16K drive takes 4 4K drives, and one 4K takes 3 1K drives. And just like that, you've got a 64K. But it is repetitive and does take time, which is why I suggest making one drive and then getting all the resources you need into the computer. It will make life a lot easier for crafting the rest of your drives because then you can more quickly access your items. And it should just be like that you've got your computer set up. Now you've got a computer that can store as many items as you make drives for. If you want to see more complicated use into this mod and see how to make, say, auto crafting for it, then go ahead and ask in the description. Or if you want to wirelessly transport items, go ahead and ask me. There's a lot of cool features you can do with this mod if you learn how to do them. But that is all for today. I hope you guys ate some pizza rolls while watching the video, and I will see you guys in a new video. See ya.